Hi guys, welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. It's been a challenging day today for me. An interesting one as well, very interesting. Today we're going to talk about, actually it's a follow-up from the last two videos. And the reason why is because it's becoming more evident that things are happening in such a fast pace that it's taken me a little bit of time to understand what's going on, and it's kind of snowball effect at the moment. And the more we're getting into the understanding, the experience of what's happening around us right now, the more I'm getting it. It's like there's another piece of the jigsaw just being put in place, and it's kind of like a shock moment. So I'm going to explain something to you right now. The past few weeks, I'll start again. When I first started this field of work, I used to get a noise, and it sounded like this. And then go away. Very high pitched sound. And it always came into this ear and went. And at first I used to think, oh, I live on top of a mountain. It must be the temperature. But then I think, well, I'm actually living on the mountain. I'm not going up or down. I'm just here. And then I realized the connection of working as a healer and a psychic to putting the pieces together, that, wow, that noise is because spirit is entering into the energy field of me. And I didn't know whether that noise was an indication of I'm being healed, or whether it was okay, they're here now, so they're trying to tell me something. No, not really. I didn't have that gift of understanding everything. I had to put the pieces together, and it was quite challenging for me, and it still is till this day. I'm always honest. Say, you know what? You know, it was hard work for me. I loved it, but I had to really work hard at it. What I did come to understand over the years, maybe after 3 or 4 or 5 years, that whenever I heard that noise, it was that there was a shift in energy in my energy field around me, and that noise was an indicator that actually spirit was in the room. And I often smiled, and if you look back on these videos, sometimes like, oh, spirit's in the room, and I'll do that. Watch any video, I don't do that, I do this. And there's a reason. And if I say, oh, spirit's in the room, it's because I've heard that noise. And the reason why is because the energetic field around me is of spirit coming into the room. Well, I was sat thinking and meditating the other day and thinking, you know what? I can't remember the last time I had that in my ear. It was quite a while ago. And I'm thinking, this makes a lot of sense. This really makes a lot of sense. And then I started meditating on it, and like, oh my God, you meditated on it. No, I started feeling what was going on. And I tried to attune to spirit and invoke the energy of spirit to come in while I was basically sat down, just being, whether you call it meditation or just relaxing. I was just being, and I tried to invoke spirit to come into my energy. And I realized that I'm not feeling anything. Nothing's happening. Now, I'm not saying it happens every time, but a lot of the times when I'm doing a healing session, I'll call for energy of spirit or the universal energy, and I'll get this noise, or I'll feel something, and then I think, okay, spirit's in the room, thank you. It's brilliant. And I do believe they work closely with us. I do believe that, and I do believe their energetic field is incredibly powerful. So I've always found it fascinating when I hear this noise and then a healing session becomes really beautiful. And I think that's because spirit was here. And people say, oh yeah, look, you're amazing, Mike. No, I'm not. Spirit's amazing. I'm just creating the energy around me and within me so that spirit can come through. And thus I make this video because of that reason. So getting back to this one moment of this, oh my God moment, it's like I realized what's happening in this world right now is there is a direct attack, and it's a spiritual battle. Now, I said that before, but it's not just in one way, it's in hundreds of ways. So the spiritual battle is good and evil, and good is being attacked, and so is spirit. So don't know where to begin. When I first made the video about these devious worldwide organizations that are messing with humanity, messing with the God particle, messing with energetic fields. CERN is one of them, but there's HARP and DARPA. There's many of them. You've probably started doing your research now. But I realized fast that all of that with the satellites and with these death towers and all what's going up and happening and all of these, it was all connected, very cleverly connected. And I realized we're being attacked on every level. That level, for me, is beyond comprehension to most people. It's too much. And I get it. I completely get it. It's too much. But I think if you're a healer and you work in that energetic field, well, actually, I have a little bit of experience in what I'm feeling and seeing because I've done it all these years. So I know there's something happening. And at first, I was very open-minded and I'm thinking, okay, you know, I do very much believe in astrology. I do believe in the real astrology, you know, Nostradamus astrology, the real, true astrology, not the silly things in newspapers, you know. Don't go out today, something bad's going to happen. Oh, my star signs, Jane. Let's look what it says. I think we should stay in. No, not that junk. I'm talking about real astrology, where science, where, actually it's true, where science of religion looks up every day. Catholics, Christians, they all look up. The Vatican looks up. It's got a telescope called Lucifer. Is he mad? I think he is mad. So, going back to this energetic field, and like, I'm trying to invoke spirit to come through and to feel them. Nothing. And then I realized very quickly the reason why is because there is an attack on the energetic field, and this soup that we live in, it's a toxic soup now, is actually causing some kind of disruption for spirit to come through into our energetic field and heal us. And that's an interesting topic now. And it's funny because there is a level of healing that I'm seeing taking place, and it's not the same level of healing before the satellites and before all these 5Gs. It's different. It's changed. It's not the same. There's not as much impact anymore. And I've been seeing and witnessing a lot of healing lately. Not the same. Not the same. Yes, it's okay, but it's not the same. And what that means is I don't believe there's a full connection with the spirit world. I think a lot of us are trying to pull forward this universal energy, which is there. It's called healing. And we are managing to pull some of it through. I do believe that we as beautiful souls sometimes make a mistake and give some of our energy to our clients, and thus together you will get a positive effect, but not the same as when spirit passes through and comes through your energetic field. So I'm going to explain that now. Sorry guys, I can't make a 2-minute video. I can't, it doesn't work like that. The only way we can really get down to the truth is by speaking about everything and talking about it like this. Otherwise, it's just garbage. It's just garbage dribble and quick. I don't know. I think it's an illness now. I think everybody just wants 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. That's it. It's dribble, garbage, and it's dangerous. So there is a saying: a little information is very dangerous. So I try and give you as much information as I can so you can understand it right to the very basics, to the core. Okay, so when I first started healing, I started realizing after a client would get up, they'd get up and go, oh my God, I felt my mother. I could see my pet, my dog or my horse, and I used to be able to. At first, I didn't know what the bloody hell they were talking about. I'm like, what? But they were happy, and I'm thinking, okay, whatever I'm doing it seems to be working, and I'm happy for them. But I didn't. Did you see anything? No, I didn't. But I'm really happy that you felt something. Given time, over the years that went by, I started to see more, and like, wow, I just saw that. And then the client would say, oh, my mum just came through, and I said, wow, does she have white hair? She did. Oh my God, I just saw her. I saw her too. And like, I'm like learning as I'm going along. When I first started, and as that grew, I started seeing animals. And this morning I did a video on Instagram and said, I recall very, very profound seeing a horse's head on the client was lying down. I'm looking at my client like that with my eyes closed. I opened my eyes, and like an image came of very quick of a horse's head, and it was a white horse with like a black, and I've seen about maybe 10 or 15 of that particular energy of a horse being there, or an animal. It might be a dog, it might be a cat, it might be there were other animals as well, but it's like really weird. I took a little bit of a brave step, and then I used to mention it every now and again, say, I don't know if this means anything to you, but I just saw that. And then they'd cry and say, oh my God, my horse just died a year ago or 5 years ago, and it feels like it was today. And I said, well, they're with you, obviously, right? And they were, yeah. And it was like really nice. And thinking, wow, going home, like blown away by this beautiful image, seeing the spirit, because, whether we've got 4 legs or 2 legs, we've all got souls. So, yeah, I think I realized now, especially, that in those moments when the energy was right, not only are we pulling through the energy of the, like we are an antenna. That's why our antenna is being hijacked now by this. They're putting different things into us, so we're not vibrating at the antenna level to receive healing. And there's something in that, guys. You've got to understand that. That's why people are becoming ill, because they're no longer vibrating at the energetic level for Mother Earth to give you what you need as an energetic field, and the universal energy that comes through you at any given moment that keeps us balanced. A bit like the energetic field around the magnetic field around the earth. If you believe in an earth being round, who cares? But at the end of the day, there is an energetic field around us, and that energetic field helps us, so we create an energy too. So it makes sense that if somebody wants to hijack that and make you ill, then they're going to hijack the energy in the universe, especially if they've got something to compensate for themselves. A bit like using magnets. There's certain magnets that if you study magnetism, and I sold hematite a long time ago, which was magnetized to a certain magnetic field. And it was really interesting when I started doing the research on that, and it's great from the blood flow, because we have a magnetic field around. Again, some people are going to go, it's flat. It doesn't matter. But there is a magnetic field around us, and I do believe that wholeheartedly. I think there's an energetic field which is like a magnet field. If that magnet field is becoming less and less, then your energy field won't function the same way. That's why apparently NASA created a spacesuit with magnets in the spacesuit that would keep the blood flow and everything as it should be. Anyway, forget that. But going back to this energetic field, when I was doing the healing work, all of a sudden I'd get this amazing, intense feeling, like euphoria. It was incredible. I was like really blown away by this feeling, and all I could do is smile. It was like, I really love this work, I used to think, and like, it isn't work. I think I retired. I think I retired 17 years ago, because when you find a job that you literally love, you never work another day for the rest of your life. So I think I retired 18 years ago, really, even though I was getting up every morning and doing all of these hours work. So I'm getting this feeling around my body, within my body, and it was a feeling of euphoria. It was a feeling of peace. It was feeling of, when you've just passed your test in a car, like you sat in the car and somebody said, Mr. Bajerski, you've passed your test, like, or, whatever it is, you've just had a boy, or here you go, it's a little girl. That euphoria, scoring a goal at the last minute, or whatever it is you've done, winning, crossing the finishing line and feeling amazing. It was that feeling. I wasn't addicted to it, but it was very nice when it came. And I found myself, for those many years doing it, like, I knew a good healing session. And I used to ask myself, because it was all experience, why wasn't this healing session the same as the last healing session? And I realized a lot of the times it was my fears. So I had to conquer that. It took me a long time because nobody taught me how to heal. I taught myself, really. So this is what I teach now. I can teach you 16, 17 years of what I learned, of all the mistakes, in 4 days. That's how easy it is. But it took me all these years to figure it out. So I found that the reason why was because of my own fears, my worries, my own belief that I wasn't good enough, and all of those things that I had to overcome. And then there was something else, what was really important. And I hold on to that thought today. I realized that when I was working in a room, that if the energy wasn't right, then spirit never came in. And I thought, well, there's something in this. It's not like that customer doesn't deserve spirit. It was something else. So I used to put lemons in the room, and they were my indicator. So if a lemon was off or started going off, I had to cleanse the room. And more often than not, depending on how busy I was, I would forget. I would cleanse myself, of course, my energy field, as you all know, and you've seen me do it. And I hope you do too. But then it was important in the room that I prepared it. And preparing the room was, or should be, a ritual. And it should be every day. And you sage the room. So you sage the room, and then I realized, I put the pieces together. That was an amazing healing session. Why is that? Because I saged in the morning. So literally, from that moment on, I saged every day, all the time. The only time I didn't sage is when I left a particular place where I worked for many years and went down to Mesa Golf Hotel, and I created a room and I started the healing work, put the lemons down, and I was saging, and then like saging more and saging more and saging more, and then I realized, I looked at the lemons and they were all off. So sometimes there are places where there is really negative energy. So it's important that you find a good place, a good house, a good home, a good workplace where the energy is good and strong. And normally that is with higher you go, the more beautiful it is. That's why I'm on a mountain. But the higher you go, and if you've got windows, which is vitally important, you can let that energy out very quickly. And people will disagree with me. I know many healers will say you don't need windows, but I know that Mother Earth has this amazing energy that I go outside on my bike or go for a run or a brisk walk, and my energy is cleansed quite a lot. So why is that? Well, because you've gone into fresh air. And when I started studying air and looking into it, you can have dead air. And dead air, and I do believe this, I do believe back in the ancient days when, the Egyptians were buried, if you broke into that tomb, a lot of people died because of the air. It was dead and it was toxic. So I do believe that. I really do. I think anything, if you don't have air coming through, I think your room can be toxic. And likes of Don Tolman talk about this, if you want to get good energy into the room, use fans. And ionizes, I believe. I'm not so sure, but it brings in this new energy, and you feel better. That's why it's good to open your doors and windows. Anyway, so I'm finding that when I'm doing these healing sessions, I know it's going to be a good healing session when I have this euphoria feeling, because I realized that that feeling wasn't me. It was something else. Something else is in the room. And the connection of something else in the room was my clients saying, oh, my grandma was here. Or I could feel somebody by your feet while I was working on the head. And you weren't on your own, Mark. Really? No. Because when you move, I could feel you just gently touching my belly, and then all of a sudden you were down by my feet, but somebody was there, and then somebody was on my head. It was like there was more than one person. So I used to smile and think, well, this makes sense. There is somebody else in the room, because I felt this energy, euphoric energy, and I think, well, it makes sense. There's somebody in this room. There's a change of energy. It's not their energy getting better, but it's actually that there's an energy in the room which is healing. So I come to realize that, and I used to see it as well. It really became more evident to me when I was teaching. And my first, yeah, exactly. My book. My first ever I found this book. Found it in one of the drawers. Okay, this was teaching. The first time I started writing things down, I threw all them books away. But this was the teaching book. So in here is the first time I ever taught. And so what you can see is you closed your eyes in tune, channeled upwards. I've got dyslexia, so right. Cleansing and clearing. Basically, all of this writing is me sat watching the student doing healing work, and I'd say, as soon as you start healing work, I'd write it down and say, okay, I could see the energy coming from either your heart, it was coming down into you, it was moving up through Mother Earth, I can see it moving through your body, I can see where it's going and what you're doing, and sometimes I can give my opinions of my thoughts of what you could do that may heighten that energy around you as well. And then what I would do is get up, and a lot of people who came to learn pure energy healing will tell you this. When they're doing a healing session, there might be 3 people doing healing in here on beds and healing somebody on beds, or in the other room where there was 2 people, and I'd move from one room to the next, and I'd be looking at their energy and seeing if there was any kind of blocks of fears and worry, and then I would put my hand on them. So I used to say to the students, look guys, if you ever feel me just slightly touch it, it's because I'm trying to gap the fear and the worry that you can produce, and try and bring that together so there's a better flow. So I wrote about it in this book. So yeah, I mean, it's filled pink, breath, eyes tight, stomach, and asking for open eyes, close eyes, smiled. All of these things might not seem nothing to you, but to me, I could look at them words and then say, like, this is what I saw, and explain to the students who came. So what I'm saying is that I'm not just pulling this out of the ether. I'm not just making it up. I'm telling you the truth. This is the truth. And the truth is that I believe, and I know we've gone a long way here, but this is the truth. The truth is this. I believe spirit is struggling to come through right now. I really mean that. I think there is a universal energy that is struggling to be on this earth. And I think with the microwave coming from above, the satellites, which I think is very, very devious, and I think there's a lot more going on than what we know. I believe that all of these posts that are being put up all over the world with these boxes powering out this energy, that birds are becoming blind, bees are losing their senses, humans are getting tinnitus like crazy now. And me, if I'm ever anywhere near one and it's switched on, because a lot of them aren't switched on, and I think they go on and off, I feel so bad and I get a massive headache. So what I'm saying is, forget all that. What I'm saying is that I think the bottom line is this. What I think is that we now have a choice. That choice is we can live in this soup, or we can cleanse the room, ready for the spirit world to come through and heal us. What I mean is that when we are asleep, our spirit can travel, or it should be able to. If it can't travel because the toxic of this new energy is stopping us from traveling, is stopping us from moving out of the physical body, and how they're doing that, we don't really know, but we know we're struggling. I believe I've not been having that beautiful feeling of flying, in the sense of leaving my body and making a difference. I feel it's been a struggle. So I believe not only our spirit, but the spirit world is struggling to come through and help us and heal us and guide us, and as they do every day. You might have a difference of opinion, and that's fine, no problem. This is what I'm seeing and feeling. This is my interpretation. This is my understanding, and it's my experience through the past up until this moment. Things have changed. Therefore, what I'm trying to say is this. If that is the case, then it makes total sense. And whether you do or whether you do it and it doesn't, and it isn't true, you're still cleansing your room. And that's surely a good thing. But if I'm here to say to you, look, I think it's vital that we cleanse the house, we cleanse ourselves as much as we can, we cleanse our aura field, we eat healthy, we look after ourselves more than ever now. Is it vital that we drink pure water from a spring? It's so important that we eat organic fruit and veg, non-GMO, now more than ever, because we are being attacked on a spiritual level as well as a physical level, emotional level. So I believe that if you watch the last video, it shows you how to cleanse. It shows you how to strengthen and protect yourself. Do that. Do that. And I believe that spirit will then be able to come into the room and heal you. And when you do meditation or anything like that, you'll feel a lot better and stronger. Now, that's just my interpretation right now. What's going to happen in the near future, I have no idea. But I do know that we are right in the middle of a spiritual war. And we have to protect ourselves. We have to work really hard. We have to share truth. We definitely don't fight with other people. Don't force your opinion. Just shine your light, look after yourself, heal yourself, and work on your body. And that's it, really. That's my video. Any questions? Then if you want me to make another video, I am up for any questions, always. And I will answer to the best of my ability. I'm not frightened of saying I don't know. And if I don't know, I'll say I don't know. I ain't got a clue. What I do know is my experience and what I've been experiencing these past few weeks. I have been working on Chungai, and that's great. Han Chungai and Silicon Valley, which is great. I'm feeling the benefit as well. So I'll show you. This is Silicon Valley mounted. So I've just about finished with these now. So they're mounted beautiful. And it isn't on markbajerski.com, but if you decide to buy any Silicon Valley which is mounted, you will get a beautiful Silicon Valley like that, unmounted, so you can keep it in your pocket or give it to somebody else. So it's not on the website, but if you do go, it's not on the website saying that, but if you do go to markbajerski.com and then click Silicon Valley and see any pendant, if you buy a pendant, you will automatically get a free Silicon Valley beautiful polished stone with it. So I've just been working on these as well. I'll show you these. And these are going to be up either tonight or tomorrow. And this is Chungai handheld pieces. So you can see the slightly bigger. Right, so here's a nice big chunk, so you work with it. And Chungai, you'll always know Chungai, because if you put that on the screen of your phone and move it up and down, the screen will move. So this is genuine Chungai. So I have a small collection of them. They'll be going up as hand chungites, which are great to have if you're doing any meditation, cleansing and clearing the negative energy, and you can use that for charging your water as well. Guys, I think that's it. I hope this video serves you well. It's 30 minutes, and these videos are for people who are really interested in doing the work and understanding everything, not just give me 2 minutes or 1 minute. I have no time for that anymore. I just think I would rather know everything and as much as I can. And like I said, if you've got any questions, please let me know under here, and or send me a message to info@markbajerski.com with a question, and I will do my best to answer that question as soon as possible in a video. The next video, I'm going to talk about pure energy healing crystals and how I started with them and how they work, and how this was so important in my healing room. I'll explain about that, so that should be interesting. We are working on Invoke TV, and we're working hard, and we'll let you know when it's launching, and it would be great to have you over there, so there won't be as many you've seen me do that, right? You've seen me stop and be careful what you say next, because as you know, I'm being banned everywhere. A 90-day banned on Facebook again. I mean, I don't know how many times I've been banned there for just speaking the truth. It really is fascist book. And Instagram is the same. It's getting worse as well. So I'm really looking forward to a fresh and free debate on Invoke TV, so you can come along. And I think the first thing I'll do on that is have a live healing session, one-to-one healing session, to bring you all over and feel the energy in that beautiful, safe environment. So fingers crossed, send good energy that way. And I'm going to do some meditation now and do some cleansing as well, which I should have done earlier, but hey, I had a lot of work and I still got a lot of work now. Okay guys, have a great day, love you all, and thank you for being open-minded, and thank you for just listening. It's very kind. Take care guys, love you all.